This life is a magical adventure. There is no any place for boredom. Life is beautiful. We live in a fairy tale. Even though maybe if you feel that I'm living in darkness, what fairy tale? In the very boring, stale darkness, you are still in a fairy tale. And everything can change just with one thought. One very special, very dangerous thought, which may change everything, and when there is no way back. I have managed to live my life as an adventure, as a miracle, as a wonder. I like one song. It says, it is a song in Bengali written by my guru. And it says, Jivanera probate tumi priya utshobo, modjane tumi kormeria shabo, shoyone tumi priyo dhore rupa binavo, tenye now kachetoma. This song says that at the dawn of my life, in the beginning of my life, or supreme entity, or miracle, or wonder, you are my celebration. I celebrate my life as a child. Every day is new. Everything is wonderful. In the middle of my life, I find you in my work, in the purpose of my life. And in the end of my life, you open before me the secrets of the universe by bringing me closer to yourself. So I felt this way. In this video, I want to tell you some stories, my personal stories and the stories of my friends, how this adventure happens. First, you need to feel the spark in your heart. That spark calls you for an adventure. You feel that inner call. In philosophy, we say, Muktya kaunkaya sadguru prapti. In the response to the desire for liberation, I was sitting in a dark room, stale air, and I was feeling that I love this room. I like this. But at some point, I start to feel I am suffocated. I feel I want freedom. I want to breathe. I want joy. I want adventure. So there is this unconscious, sometimes conscious, sometimes unconscious desire maturing within you to leave the house and to journey into unknown. In the response of this desire, the guru will come, the teacher will come, will appear in your life. And at first, you will maybe reject your call. Why you will reject? Because there is a structure in the mind, protective structure. It is called ego. So the world unexplored is considered to be dangerous. It's like a dog, watchdog. When you're moving in the explored, known territory, that dog is quiet and peaceful. The moment you want to cross the threshold, the dog starts to become very uneasy. It catches you by the pants and pushes you back. That kind of structure we have in our mind. So when the opportunity arrives to wander into adventure, you may reject also the call, because there will be fears, there will be so many things. But finally, if that spark of light is within you, you will like to go. So what happened to me? I was a very joyful child from very beginning. When I see my photos as a 5 years old, very smiling kind of character. Very totally blonde, completely white, snow white. my legs were just like this, like a wheel. Everybody was joking with me, like they were saying, "Oh, you are from the cavalry." Means you can sit on the horse, very organically. Later on, my legs, they strengthened. Means they straightened. So I was very, very funny, very laughing boy. So I remember that joy of my childhood. And then there was darkness. For 3 years, from 15 to 18, I started to taste alcohol and, smoking, and then different kind of parties, and trying to live an unnatural life. At least that life is unnatural for me. Try to be like, something what I am not. I lost that joy. I lost that sense of wonder. And at some point I was speaking internally to God. I don't know how this thought wave came into my mind. And I was asking God, I need a path and I need a teacher. And it should be the best path and the best teacher. And I remember this intense longing, intense desire for a teacher. One Dada, he was telling me his story. He said, I read the book by Carlos Castaneda, and there were many miraculous things, and he said, I thought, I was not so impressed with those miracles, but I was impressed with this feeling of being a disciple, of being an adventurer. And he said, I thought, if it is true, where is my Don Juan? Where is my teacher? When my teacher will come to my life? So this intense, sweet, bitter feeling, painful feeling I felt I need a teacher. And I want to go to the journey. I want to leave the dark room and go into incredible exploration, which is life. So in response to that, the teacher, you imagine like a big sonar station, always listens to the hearts of everybody. And whenever the great cosmic teacher hears this voice, come, come, liberate me, come, come, liberate me, he comes. In the form of different human beings, in the form of different events that lead you to the spiritual path. So then I started to meditate. I don't want to give you so many details, but I started to meditate. And that moment I felt, yes, now I feel happiness from within. A candle of knowledge has been awakened in my heart. Now I feel that life is returning to my life. And of course there was other friends who were meditating, and they were telling me, oh, one time we were doing retreat with Dada. And it was 3 days, and it was so wonderful. I say, so what? What wonderful? Oh, the energy was so high. What is this energy? I don't understand. Oh, you don't understand because you have not been in a retreat. So it awakened this desire in me. And they say, you know what we did? We did 12 hours singing mantra called Akhanda Kirtan. And how? Oh, you cannot imagine. It's completely out of the range. It's so powerful, so great. So of course I am very curious and I'm young. I want to experience. Then at that point, I am somehow, I don't know how, but somehow in my heart, there is desire matures, I want to be monk. I don't want to scare you at the moment, okay? Out of 10,000 people, maybe one person will desire that. It's a very peculiar type of life. But I started to desire that. I want to live the path of monk. Then I wrote to my Dada, and then he writes me back. At that time I was in Siberia, and he was in the Far East Russia. And then he's saying, if you're ready to wash your feet in the Japanese sea, prepare your backpack and come to me. And I felt, so great. He has called me now. My teacher has called me, and I am going. And I told everybody, I'm going now. They collect some money also, my friends. They say, okay, this is for your ticket, this is for your food, go. And I say, I'm not coming back. I am leaving my world, and I'm going into adventure. That was the feeling. I never came back. Truly speaking, I never came back. Not in a sense. Of course, I've seen my friends again many times, but it was a different person already. I never came back from the journey. The journey is going on. So, 4 days by train traveling. Then finally I arrive. And the instructions I received, okay, you go by bus to this village, then there is another bus, only once a day, to another village. And from that village, you just walk 12 kilometers through the forest, and you will arrive. And so I did. And I'm walking through the forest. And I don't know, I'm lost. You imagine, I'm 19 years old. I walked, and that forest is dangerous. There are tigers even there, the Ussuri tigers. And I'm just walking. I don't know where I'm walking. Am I in the right direction? And I'm feeling in my mind there is this, come back, come back, come back. You're getting lost. You will die. Don't go. But there is this spark in me. Go, go. Then I walk. Finally, I arrive. And then I see there is one kind of opening in the forest. And there is some houses there. And I see far away, I see some orange. And I understand this is my Dada. Oh, there is such a burst of joy within me, such a happiness in me. Then I meet Dada. He said, oh, you have come. Very good, very good. And then, and then that time 3 monks were there in that retreat. And 1 nun also. And each one of them impressed me in a special way. One time my Dada told me, my teacher, my monk, he told me, when we are there, looks like we are living our common life. We just go about doing our routine, we do our meditation, this and that. But somehow, people feel that energy and they become very much impressed. When you meet a powerful personality, it's just like 2 masses, 2 balls. They are moving and they're meeting at some point. So if the small mass, the ball of a small weight, meets with a huge weight, the trajectory of this small ball will change forever. So many times spiritual teachers, they leave very, very deep impression in our minds. So I was very, very impressed with the teachers that I found in that retreat. One was teaching me one song, Prabhat Samgit. Till now I remember. He was correcting me. No, don't think like this, think like that. Just personal time he gave me. It was so powerful. Still now I remember this song. Ajana potikek elo. The unknown traveler has come. It is also about the Guru. The unknown traveler. You have called for magic, and the magician has appeared. One time, I told to this Dada, I said, I have so many fears. And he said, why fears? No need fears. Fears is not good. Overcome fears. I said, Dada, how to overcome? He said, tonight, go alone into the forest. Go for 1 hour and meditate there in darkness and come back. But don't tell to your Dada, because he will be scolding me. My Dada is, he is my teacher, so he is protecting of me. He is like a mother. And this one, he is more like, okay, boy, go, become a man. So he sent me. And in the night I went, I was full of fear and I meditated. Then I come back like a hero, like a lion. And then in the morning, he's, so, did you go? I say, yes. Did you afraid? Was you afraid? I say, yes, Dada. But you did meditation? You did what I said to you? I say, yes, Dada. Very good boy. And then he gives a piece of banana and this is for you. His own banana he had for breakfast. He said, no, now you deserve this. And it was, I don't know, such a simple thing, but such a sweet and beautiful feeling in my heart. I told you that I wanted to do this Akhanda Kirtan. Akhanda Kirtan means at least minimum 3 hours of singing your mantra. It can be 6, it can be 9, can be 12, can be 24, can be non-stop. So in that retreat we had, and I was just like, really, I want to do. When we started to do this practice, instead of feeling very high energy, I start to feel very, very sleepy. It's just like my every step, I have to go through, like this, very, very intense struggle. Like I'm moving through darkness, I'm moving through something very sticky, which holds me. My every muscle's like paralyzed. And I want to sleep so incredibly strong. So for 1 hour I'm struggling. I decided, no, I am going to do it. 2nd hour I'm struggling. On the 3rd hour I cannot struggle anymore. And I break. And then I go and I sit and I sleep. And then already the practice is almost finished. And my Dada comes and very, very softly, very, very lovingly, very tenderly, he said, come on, the last 15 minutes. You should participate last 15 minutes. He wakes me up. I join again the flow. And last 15 minutes like hell. I was like, oh, it's as if unnatural desire to sleep. So I'm moving, willpower. And of course, my Dada is there. I don't want to disappoint him. I also want to, be a strong boy. Then finally we complete. I felt, what's special about this practice? It was horrible. But when I set to meditate, suddenly I start to feel that my mind is expanding into universe. My mind is merging. I did have some experiences before. I was feeling like my body becomes very big, I become very light, I'm like levitating. This kind of feeling has come. It's nothing to worry, it's just nervous system adjusting to the practice of meditation. But this time, this was very real, very deep spiritual experience. I start to feel that my mind is merging with the infinity, with the cosmic consciousness, with divine love, with the wonder, with the miracle. And I'm just like, wow, it was so beautiful, so incredible. And then a very treacherous thought comes to my mind. Oh, now I will become enlightened. And everything is gone. I enjoyed. The rest of meditation was very good, very high flow, but not that top of top. So that was also my journey. When you journey, first time you have to come out of the house. You have to venture. You have to risk, to go and explore unknown. You will make friends on your journey. You will learn many things. You will make enemies also. And then you will have to go deep into the dangers of your soul and fight the dragon there. But to fight the dragon, you have to find the sword, the magical sword, special power. And these your allies, the magicians, the wizards, they have to give you, they have to guide you how to acquire that sword. And then you have to fight the dragon and you have to get the elixir. This is the classical journey of the hero. So like that. And then, yeah, the wizards for me were my dadas, my teachers. They guided me how to acquire a special sword to fight the dragon. My good friend, my student, I asked him, so how was your journey? He said, Dada, also classical. I learned meditation and I felt all this philosophy, all this practice looks like perfect, but something I'm missing. If these teachings is so perfect, why so little people practicing it? I want to experience the scale. I want to experience that really many people flow with many people. And then somebody told me about retreat. By the way, I would like to invite you for retreat. They will be in Germany, very beautiful, great retreat in April, beginning of April. Then they will be in Lithuania. Then they will be in Spain, near Madrid. They will be in Sweden also. And yeah, you will see in our landing page, you can see all these programs. So if you have that spark calling you for adventure, I would recommend you. Anyway, he has desire, but has no means. No money, no... Also, like I just went into unknown. And he said, somebody gave me sleeping bag. Somebody gave me tent. And somebody told me that if you come to this retreat center as a volunteer, and you will help with the construction, we were constructing that time our retreat center, you can go for free. And he said, oh, everything fall in place. So, and this happens every time I was writing to him. I said, are you coming for retreat? He said, yeah, Dada, I want, but I don't have money, this and that. And I told to him, you, most importantly, you decide that you are coming and everything will happen. And he said, okay, I decide to come and everything happened. And that was already a miracle for me. And then later it happened that I want to go again for retreat for Akhanda Kirtan. Non-stop singing of mantra, 5 days. I desired so strongly. But my mother, it is New Year's, and my mother is saying, oh, you are betraying us. You are going with your spirituality, but what about your family? The family loves you, family needs you, you are going. And he said some very touching words to my mother. He said, Mother, you know, everybody else's love is conditional. But your love is unconditional. You love me for what I am. And now this is so very important for me. And your love and your support is so very important for me. I want that you should bless me. Then she cried, she said, my son. He said, mother's love, mother only wants the child to be happy. And there is nothing in the world that can make me happier than this. And then she cries, and then she also helps him financially, this and that. Then he goes. And now they have very, very good relationship. Also my mother, you know, my mother, I came to her, I said, Mother, I'm becoming a monk. And she said, you know, I always knew you will be like this. Something strange you are going to do in your life. Of course, as a mother, I want you to keep you with myself near. But I know that you cannot be happy like that. You should search for your happiness, and I give you my blessings. That was very important. I felt that the mother has not stood on my way. Rather, she told me to go. So I went in the greatest journey of my life, in which every day was a day of beauty. I felt that miracle is unfolding. I felt fearful, walking on the unknown path, and I felt triumphant after becoming victorious. Also, many things happens, like during retreat, you are the box of miracles. You are full of miracles. When your consciousness lifts very high, you access those miracles. One friend of mine, I say, tell me, what was the special about your first retreat? She said, Dada, all my life I was restricted by complexes and I could not sing. And I wanted to sing. And suddenly in retreat I felt I'm singing with everybody and I'm really singing. As if not I am singing, like I am observing myself from a distance. And such a beautiful voice is coming out of me. And I'm bewildered, amazed, how I can sing like that. Suddenly it just popped up. So this is also happens. As you progress in your journey, and actually the journey is within you, is not an external world. External world is only the assistance for you. But actual journey is within. You're traveling in your consciousness. And I want to just say some few encouraging words. Even if you feel you're in a boring darkness, remember, you are not. You are in a fairy tale. And the cosmic magician is constantly listening. He is waiting when you are going to call him. To come to you and to give you all necessary things so that you can start your own adventure. So, the teacher comes when the disciple is ready. I hope to see you sometimes, face to face, and to have spend time together and meditate together and be inspired together. Thank you very much and namaskar. Dear friends, because of your donations and contributions and support, our project can grow. I am able to record the useful videos about spirituality, meditation, inspiration, etc. Those who want to support us, you can find the link in the description of this video. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much.